Okay. Okay, last class discussed about extrusion process. Okay, definition of extrusion process, different types of extrusion process, what are all advantages of extrusion process, and what are all parameters are required to design the dies. Okay, die design parameters are very important. Based on two different parameters, they can manufacturing or design the dies. First one is angle or taper angle or die angle. Second one is the orifice shape. Okay, based on these two parameters, they can design or manufacturing the dies. And different defects of extrusion process. Okay, to go for manufacturing any extrusion process, some defects components are produced. Okay, what is the main reason to produce that particular defects? Okay, next, wire, rod or bar drying. Okay, next to drying process. Okay, this one also same. Okay, the in the drying process, the material is fed in between the two different dies or die walls and pull the material between the two die walls. Okay, this particular process is called as a drying process. In extrusion process, the material is introduced in between the two dies and you can push the material, and due to compression and due to external force or external load, the material is compressed, and that one compressed material is plastically deformation, and that one reduce their diameter between the two dies and come out between the two dies. You go for drying process, same procedure only. The material is fed in between the two different dies. Okay, the dies designed according to the shape and size of the component, they can manufacturing the dies. Okay, in extrusion process, the this particular angle is minimum compared to drying process. What is the main reason? In extrusion process, the taper angle is minimum compared to drying process. In this drying process, this particular die angle or taper angle is maximum, because in extrusion process the material is fed inside the or filled inside the container. Once you push the material, in that time that one entire material is compressed and that one moving in between the two dies. But in a drying process, there is no container. The material is introduced in between the two dies. The material is compressed in between the dies and plastically deformation only in drying process. In extrusion process, the material is compressed in inside the container, and compressed material is moving or flowing in between the two dies, and the material is reduce the diameter and come out from the dies. In extrusion process, the entire material is compressed in between the two dies, and compressed material is plastically deformation in between the two dies. That's why in the drying process they can increase the die angle or taper angle along x direction. Okay, see here, in along y direction, same die angle or taper angle they can maintain it. In along y direction, the angle is increased in drying process, because they can pull the material in between the two dies. Here there is no force is acting left side of the die. Okay, only right side of the component or material, they can applied some external force or external load. Okay, due to this particular load, the material is compressed here only, and this particular compressed material is plastically deformation and reduce their diameter. Here also same, this one compared to extrusion process, here smaller diameter of rods they can use it. In extrusion process they can use it like a larger diameter of billets or work billets, or raw material is fed inside the container, then you can push the material. Due to external force or external load, the material is going to be compressed, then compressed material is elongated, plastically deformation. Here also same, this one d naught is the original diameter of the raw material or billet material. Okay, without any force or without any compression of this particular portion, that type diameter is called as the original diameter of the specimen. After the specimen or work material or billet is fed in between the two dies are compressed in between the two dies. That one, the diameter of the specimen is reduced. That particular diameter is called as a final diameter of the specimen. In extrusion process, left side you can apply the force or push the material. In drying process, pull the material in between the two dies. Okay, this one very important. Okay, in a drying and extrusion process. In a drying process, you can push. In a extrusion process, you can push the material, and in a drying process, you can pull the material. Here, see here, year to year. This one. The length of contact between the die as well as the workpiece material or billet material. Only this much portion, the material is contact between both die as well as the workpiece material. Compared to extrusion process, here small amount of friction is created because of in extrusion process maximum length of the component or billet material is contact with the container. In that time, maximum sliding action takes place between both container as well as the die or container as well as the workpiece material. But in drying process, only small contact between the die as well as the workpiece material. In that time, automatically reduce the friction. Okay, reduce the friction between the die and workpiece material. Here, see here, alpha is the taper angle or die angle. This one horizontal axis, along with horizontal axis, the die is inclined with respect to workpiece material. Okay, this particular angle is called as a taper angle or die angle. Okay, die angle or taper angle is very important to manufacturing any components by using drying process. Okay, this one, in this bulk formation process, a wire, rod, bar are pulled through a die hole. Okay, pull the material in between the two dies. Okay, reduce the cross sectional area of the specimen. Okay, here we can manufacturing both solid as well as the hollow shafts we can manufacturing. Okay, here wire, rod, bar. Okay, all three indicates nothing but all are circular cross section only. Okay, wire, bar, rod and bar. Okay, these three are manufacturing by using drying process. Either you go for solid, they can manufacturing solid or hollow circular components of the or objects they can manufacturing by using drying process. Difference between wire drying and drying rod drying. Okay, what is the difference between any difference between wire and rod? Any difference between wire and rod?
Sir, wire
Diameter
will be smaller.
Will be small, sir, compared to rods.
Compared to, okay, the diameter of wire is very small compared to the rod. Okay, that one main difference between wire and rod drying. So some other difference between wire and drying, wire and rod drying. Here, initial stroke, one second. Initial stroke in this particular initial stroke size. Okay, initial stroke size means in beginning, some go for a larger diameter of any components. Maximum amount of force or load is required to either pull the or push the material in between the two dies. Okay, that is the initial stroke. Okay, the basic difference between bar drawing and bar or rod, both are same only. Okay, both are circular cross section. Okay, the length of the specimen is very less compared to the wire. Okay, wire length is maximum compared to the rod or bar, but diameter of the wire is very small compared to the rod. And rod diameter is maximum diameter compared to wire, but length of the rod or bar is very less compared to wire. The basic difference between bar drawing and wire drawing is the stroke size that is used for forming process. Okay, bar drawing is meant for large diameter and bar and rod. Wire drawing is meant for small diameter stroke. wires. Okay, this one in you go for wire drawing. In initial stroke, maximum amount of force or load is required compared to the rod or bar drawing. What is the main reason? You go for manufacturing any wires, initial stroke or initial force, maximum load or a force are required to pull the material in between the two dies compared to the rod or bar, because of the wires are very smaller in diameter. In that time the gap between the both the dies are very small. In that time maximum amount of force or load is required to pull the material in between the two dies, because of smaller gap here the material is entire material is compressed in between compressed in between only in two dies. In that time the larger diameter is compressed or reduced smaller diameter. In that time maximum amount of force or load is required compared to rod or bar drawing. You go for bar or rod drawing, compared to wire drawing the diameter is very large. In that time you can maintain maximum difference between the maximum gap between the both upper and lower die. In that time only small force or small load is required to pull the material between the two dies. Okay, that is one difference. Then size of the diameter size of wire, the wire size of the order of 0.3 mm are produced in a wire drawing. Okay, in by using a drawing process you can manufacturing 0.03 mm. Okay, that much of diameter also you can produce it by using a drawing process. Okay, 0.03 mm. Okay, that much of fine diameter also you can manufacturing by using wire drawing. Next, operating stage. Ball drawing is generally done as a single stage operation. Okay, in bar drawing, okay, you can within one stroke or within one operation you can reduce the diameter, because the bar diameter is larger than the wire diameter. You can maintain the gap between according to the shape or according to the diameter. You can maintain the gap between the both upper and lower die. In between the dies you can push the material easily, reduce their diameter. You go for wire drawing. Okay, suppose I will give 50 mm diameter of rod, that one reduces to 1 or 2 mm. Okay, in that time very difficult to 50 mm reduced in single operation. Yes or no? Correct or not? 50 mm diameter within one operation you can reduce 1 mm or 2 mm.
Yes, sir.
Huh? It possible? Possible or not? See here, within one operation nothing but in single time the material, this one's example 50 mm diameter of rod, this one I want 1 mm. Okay, in that time this particular 50 mm diameter first introduced in 30 mm, you can maintain 30 mm diameter. Then the drawing or output our final workpiece size is 30 mm diameter only. Then again this particular 30 mm diameter again fed in between the two dies. Again you can reduce the length or difference between both die upper as well as the lower die. Okay, here 30 mm is there. In second operation you can reduce the gap between the both the dies. Okay, 30 to 10 or 15 mm. Once you can reduce us to 15 mm, the output product is 15 mm diameter. I want 1 mm diameter. Again you can fit in between the two dies. Again you can reduce the gap between both the upper and lower die. Here 15 mm diameter is there. Okay, you can maintain 10 or 5 mm. Okay, like that you can step by step you can reduce the diameter. Okay, that particular operation is performed in wire drawing. Okay, suppose you go for rod drawing operation, this one 50 mm, I want 30 or 35 mm diameter rod. In that time, within one operation, you can perform the operation in bar or wire drawing. But you go for bar or rod drawing. But you go for wire drawing. In that time, multiple operations are performed to reduce the diameter. Because of larger diameter, 50 mm diameter is very difficult to reduce 1 or 2 mm or 5 mm. In that time, multiple operations are performed in wire drawing. Okay, that is the one more difference. The inlet bars are straight and not in the form of coil. Okay, in all bars and rods, that one straight in manner. Okay, there is no formation of any coils. What is meant by coil? Anybody? What is meant by coil? Audible?
Yes, sir. Audible.
Then what is meant by coil? Coil nothing but like a wound. After completion of drying process, the smaller diameter of wires are wound on some other any pulleys. Okay, that one call it as a wound. Like suppose example for coil nothing but heater, you know, that one like a circular in manner. Okay, that one example for coil. In you go for any wires, that one wound easily wound on any circular bars. But bars are very difficult to form coil because that one diameter of the coil is very sorry, diameter of the bar and rod is very uh, large. That time very difficult to bend the bars. But you go for wires, easily they can bend easily because lesser in diameter. Okay, which limits the length of the work that can be drawn. In you go for manufacturing any bars and rods, the length of the component or length of the object is limit. Okay, compared to the wire drawing, because after extruded or after converted to smaller size of the bar or rod, that time very difficult to handling in right side of the dies. Okay, because that one straight bars, the length of the components also very less. Okay, suppose you go for longer length components, very difficult to handle in drying process. You go for wire drying, okay, larger length also you can manufacturing by using drying process. This is the second difference because of diameter difference. In constant wire is drawn from coils consisting of several hundred meters of wires and is drawn through a series of dies. Okay, by using drying process, wires are 100 meter, 1000 meter of wires are continuously drawn in between the two dies. Okay, the number of dies varies between 4 and 12. The year continuously they can mounted number of dies. Here the diameter of left side of the dies, the diameter of the billet or workpiece material is 50 mm. Then the gap is 30 mm. This one reduces to 30 mm diameter. Again right side of the dies you can use two more dies. Okay, what is the main reason means in between these two dies you can maintain 20 mm diameter. This one 30 mm diameter of rod is fed in between the 20 mm diameter of dies. Again the rod is reduces to 20 mm. Again you can use two more dies. The die gaps is 10 mm. This 20 mm diameter is introduced in between the 10 mm diameter of 10 mm gap of dies. That one converted to 10. Like that you can seriously you can mount the all the dies in wire drying process. We can use 4 to 12 dies you can use to convert the diameter. Okay, this is termed as continuous drying. Continuous drying means you can use more than 4 dies in a single operation to reduce the diameter of any component or any object or any billet. Okay, that particular operation is called as a continuous drying. Because of long production runs that are achieved with the wire coils. Okay. Uh, why continuous drying is required means to achieve the longer production. Okay, use more than 4 different they can use to draw the any material. The segments can but welded to the next to make the operation truly continuous. Okay, next any further operation if you want you can go with butt welded. Butt welded means suppose you can manufacturing 100 meters of wire in continuously or in single operation, but I want 300 length of the wire. Okay, in 3 different operations, one operation you can perform 100 meters of length of wire. In second operation 100 length of the or 100 meters of wire. In third operation also 100 meters of wire or operation. Okay, I want 300 meters of coil or wire. In that time you can join all 3 wires by using butt welded. Okay, finally you get 300 meters of wire. Okay, like that you can manufacturing all the wires. Next one, these are all difference between wire drying as well as the bar or rod drying. Any doubts? Difference?
No, sir.
In the first one depends upon the diameter. Okay, the wire diameter is very small compared to rod and bar, and the rods are rod lengths are very less in length compared to wires. Then the rods and bars are manufacturing in single operation, but wire drying perform different operations. Then wires are wound in any circular member, but bars are very difficult to coils. Okay, because of the larger diameter, very difficult to bend the material or component. But you go for wires, that one the diameter of wires are very small. That one easily bend or wound. Okay, that is the next simple analysis of wire drying. Okay, what are all forces acting, external force acting in or any component. So many forces are acting in between the die as well as the workpiece material. Okay, here also same, some strain is produced in that particular component because along the x direction or along the longitudinal direction the strains are produced, because along the longitudinal direction only the material is moving. Okay, due to x direction force or x direction force, and the strains also produced along x direction only. True strain in wire drying under ideal condition. Ideal condition already you know, without friction or without any resultant work, that one call it as a ideal deformation. Ideal, there is no friction between or there is no sliding between the both die as well as the workpiece material. In that time there is no friction. Okay, you can neglect some friction is created between the both die as well as the workpiece material. Okay, that smaller friction you can neglect for analysis of any drying process.
Sir, voice
In the hello,
break ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ.
ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ?
ಹೌದು ಸರ್.
ಒಂದು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್. Now also same problem?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. Always you can find out strain in along x direction only because now audible. Hello, hey, Dhanush. Dhanush, ಗಗನ
ಸರ್ ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಿದೆ ಸರ್.
ಧನುಷ್ audible.
Yeah, okay.
Others also same problem. Others.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Audible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Dhanush, you can check your network. Okay, in analysis is very important. Okay, what type of force or what type of load is acting on material or die, and also along x direction you can apply the force, or along x direction the force, external force or external load is acting. In that time maximum strain is produced along x direction compared to the y direction, because the material is compressed along y direction but plastically deformation under x direction. In that time maximum amount of load strain is produced along x direction only compared to y direction. Here that how to find out strain. The always strain is denoted by epsilon. Epsilon equals ln into a naught divided by a suffix f. A naught nothing but original cross sectional area of the workpiece or billet material. AF nothing but final cross sectional area of the workpiece material. Okay, that is equal to ln into 1 by 1 minus r. Okay, here r nothing but a naught minus AF divided by a naught. Okay, in material testing lab, okay, when you use this type of formula, R percentage of reduction in area, correct? Percentage of reduction in area, percentage of reduction in area. In that time you can multiply 100 a naught minus AF divided by into AF divided by a naught into 100. Okay, that formula indicates that percentage of reduction in cross sectional area of the component or specimen. But here you can R equals a naught minus AF divided by a naught. Okay, how much reduction in cross section? Okay, that one call it as a smaller. Smaller nothing but reduction in cross sectional area. By using this formula, or by using this formula you can find out the strain produced in that particular body or component. Now stress. Okay, stress also produced in that particular any component or any body. Okay, due to external force or external load, the stress also produced along x direction as well as the y direction. But along x direction maximum stress it can be produced because of applied force or applied load is along x direction only. Sigma equals y into 1 plus mu divided by tan alpha into pi into ln into a naught divided by AF. Okay, here mu, what is what is mean by mu means coefficient of friction. Okay, coefficient of friction means you can consider friction here for finding the stress. Where exactly the friction is created in between the die as well as the workpiece material, the friction is created. This one mu indicates coefficient of friction. Alpha nothing but the die angle or taper angle. Pi nothing but after reduction along x direction, the die as well as the along x direction some angle you can maintain. That particular angle is called as a pi. Again, you know a naught nothing but original cross sectional area of the specimen. AF nothing but final cross sectional area of the specimen. Now here pi is termed as in homogeneous deformation. In in which direction homogeneous deformation means along x direction only. Along x direction, see here one diagram is there. Here, see here along x direction they can maintain some angle. Okay, that particular angle is called as a pi. What is the main reason to maintain means there is no contact between the die as well as workpiece material. Okay, in that time the material is homogeneous or equally distributed throughout the length of the specimen. Once this one is contact with this particular material, in that time here somewhere here one point the material is elongated and somewhere some other point the material is compressed. In that time the material is not equally distributed throughout the material. Okay, that one call it as a inhomogeneous deformation. Okay, inhomogeneous deformation is nothing but the material is not equally distributed along the length of the specimen. That one call it as a inhomogeneous deformation, which found by the following equation for round cross section. Okay, how to find out pi means pi equals 0.88 plus 0.12 divided by capital D divided by LC. LC nothing but length of contact between the both the die as well as the workpiece material. D nothing but average diameter of the workpiece. How to find out average diameter means this one left side of the specimen, this one example 10 mm, this one 5 mm. Okay, 10 plus 5 divided by 2, you get 15 by 2 means 7.5. That is the average diameter of the specimen. Or else here only d naught plus df divided by 2. Okay, original diameter plus final diameter of the specimen divided by 2, you get average diameter of the specimen. Okay, this one not required. Okay, sin alpha very difficult to find out average diameter by using this particular formula. When you finding average diameter by using this formula, in that time you know the original diameter, you know final diameter, and you know angle, diangle. Okay, by using this formula only you can find out the average diameter. Okay, finally drawing force. Okay, how much force are required to pull the material in between the two dies? In that time the drawing force always denoted by F equals AF divided AF into sigma suffix D. Okay, AF nothing but final cross sectional area of the specimen, sigma suffix D nothing but stress produced in drawn product. Okay, this one. Okay, in this particular portion, how much stress is acting? Okay, sigma suffix d small d nothing but stress produced in drawn product. Okay, on right side of the die is called it as a drawn product. Left side that is workpiece or raw material or billet material. Only right side that one call it as a drawn material. The power required for drawing is given by multiplying drawing force with exist velocity of workpiece. How to find out power in drawing process? You can multiply force with velocity. Okay, the velocity of the drawn product into force. Finally, you get power. Okay, these are all some forces and stress. Forces and stress are produced. Okay, while drawing through a draw die with entrance angle 15 degree. Okay, the here entrance nothing but this one. Okay, this one angle, the angle between this horizontal axis to this particular die axis is called as a entrance angle. This one exit angle. Okay, in a while drawing you can maintain 15 degree. Okay, this particular angle you can maintain 15 degree. Okay, starting diameter is 2.5 mm and final diameter is 2 mm. Okay, so suppose this one you can maintain 2.5 mm diameter. You can that diameter of specimen is introduced in between the two dies. In that time you can maintain 15 degree or 2.5 and final diameter means the final this one 2.5 mm diameter is reduced as to 2 mm. In that time you can maintain 15 degree. The coefficient of friction at that work die interface is 0.07. In that time you can maintain 15 degree. In that time, the contact of both workpiece as well as the die, in that time coefficient of friction is denoted by mu is 0.07. Okay, the metal has a strength coefficient K equals 0.205 MPa. Okay, the strength of the material is 205 MPa or 205 Newton per mm square. Okay, then the hardening exponent N equals determine the draw stress and draw force in the operation. If you want hardness exponent, okay, strain hardness or strain hardening exponent by using stress and by using force, you can find out the drawn hardening exponent. Okay, when you go for solving the problems in that time, very easily you know which one is strain, comma hardening exponent. Okay, like that you can find out force, stress, strain, and how much angle you can maintain depends upon the diameter of wire and depends upon the diameter of rod. Okay, based on that particular diameter, you can maintain the die angle or taper angle. Okay, any doubts?
No, sir.
Hello?
No, sir.
No. Okay, 1 second. I will show one video how to draw on the product, all the product. 1 second. Okay, visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See here how to draw smaller diameter. So many dies we can use. See, so many dies we can use. Series of dies we can use to use the diameter. This one inside this one we can consider two dies. Hello, sir. అవును సార్ ಹೌದು ಸರ್ ಹೇಳಿ ಸರ್ ಹಾಂ Okay, like that. Here, larger diameter of wire. Okay, again they can introduce in between one more operation or one more dice. See here, this one, these two call it as a dice. See here, in between two dice, how to reduce their diameter. 1 second. Okay, like that they can manufacturing continuous operation. Continuous operation in wire drawing. Suppose you go for rod or bar drawing. In the bar or rod drawing, within one operation they can perform the work. Okay, not required more than two different operations. One second.